Cottonwood County Citizen proudly presents Athlete of the Week. Milk Specialties Global of Mountain Lake produces top quality, science-based nutrition products used around the world. We are proud to be part of the Mountain Lake community and proud sponsors of this week's Athlete of the Week, Milk Specialties Global of Mountain Lake. And I'm joined right now by Windham Mountain Lake wrestling freshman Brett Willaby, our Athlete of the Week this week. Congratulations, Brett.
Thank you.
Well, let's go back to last season. And how important was the experience you gained at last year's state tournament throughout the year this year?
It was very important because I knew what it took to get up there, so I knew that I had to wrestle as good as that or better to get up there again.
And last year qualifying as an 8th grader at 106, and you were pretty small for 106 last year. I know that early in the season, talking to the coaches, their concern was getting you up to minimum weight to wrestle 106. What was that experience like for you, fighting to gain weight, which is a little bit unusual for a wrestler?
Yeah, I was 97 pounds at the start of the season, and you had to be over 100 to wrestle 113. So they wanted me to for sure to be over 100, so I'd have to eat a good lunch and drink some water every once in a while.
And this year, a little bit different story. You started the season at 113 and got down to 106, and really, once you got down to 106, you kind of flourished a little bit. You put together quite a win streak at the end of the season.
Yeah, it helps when you're a little bit bigger than most of the wrestlers because you're coming down from a weight, so you have a little more strength and size over most of them.
Well, let's go through the section tournament, and you started out with a pretty commanding pin, and then in the semifinals a really big major decision which set up a rematch with Budden in the finals. Mm-hmm. You'd wrestled him twice earlier in the year and picked up a couple of wins. What is the mental preparation to face another state ranked kid like Budden?
I knew that I had to be confident in how I wrestled because if I wasn't confident, I'd go in there thinking, "Oh, this might be bad," and then you will lose. You just pretty much make your mind up before that you're gonna win, and you stick to that, and you just wrestle as hard as you can.
What kind of wrestler is Budden? What are some of his strengths?
He shoots a lot of fireman carries, and then he also is pretty decent on the bottom. He can get away.
Mm-hmm. But offensively, it looked like you really never let him even get into his offense.
Yeah, I like to shoot a lot, so then they can't shoot on me.
One area that I've noticed that has really been an area of improvement for you through the course of the season is your ability to get guys turned over. And last year being smaller than a lot of the guys, getting those guys turned was a challenge. You had a lot more decision wins last year.
Yeah.
More bonus points for you this year. What's that that area of improvement? What's that taken for you?
So, getting a little bigger, I guess. You get a little stronger so you can turn them, I guess, easier. And it's also, I learned a few moves this off season on how to turn them.
What's it been like having Coach Kalseth and Coach Elg, who were both state qualifiers and state champions in lower weights? So they know the challenges that you're up against. Being a guy who right now is, coming down to make weight, but also they can teach you a lot about getting guys turned. And what's that experience been like working with those guys?
Well, Travis always tells me to look for my turns after I take them down, like right away. And Nick's been telling me, like, they both have their certain ways to turn people, and Travis's was take down and turn them to their back, and Nick's is more take them down and then get your offensive working on top and turning them from there. So I guess it's just feel for me. If I take them down and turn them to their back, it's fine, but I can also turn them from their back from like the start.
I guess one aspect that I've noticed in watching you wrestle is your variety on offense, because a lot of guys kind of have a go-to move that they like, whereas I've seen you get pins with a power half. I've seen you cradle guys. It all kind of depends on what's open, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. That's the big feel part about wrestling. If you have the feel for it, you have a better chance to succeed. Like, if they're turning to their back one way, you put them there, and I guess you can it's just feel for me.
I imagine that having two older brothers that wrestled in the state tournament has helped you quite a bit. What was it like growing up with two older brothers that wrestled? I imagine that being the younger brother, you were kind of the practice dummy in a lot of ways.
Yeah. Well, Matt, he was older than me by quite a bit, and he weighed a lot more than me, so he would just pick on me, so he made me a little stronger. And Jared, he's been helping me a lot lately with, like, what to do, and we worked out this weekend, and he was telling me, like, what to think about before my matches and how to go in there with the mindset. So he pretty much helps me a lot.
And Jared still isn't a whole lot bigger than you, so I imagine that the practice matches that you can get in the living room are just as good as the practice matches you get in the practice room.
Yep.
Going into the state tournament, last year was a tough tournament for you. This year you get the kid from Frazee right off the bat. Another state ranked kid. Frazee is an awfully tough team with a great tradition. What do you know about this kid? Do you know anything about him? Have you gotten a scouting report yet?
Well, I just know he's from Frazee and that he's a junior, and that he's had some older brothers too that have been in the state tournament, and that's really all I know really about him.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't got a scouting report yet.
You've got a teammate going up there. Alex is. Last year, you and Alex were right in kind of the same general weight. He obviously had a bigger growth spurt this year, and but I imagine that there's still some things that you guys can do together this week to prepare and help each other get ready.
Yeah, we kind of make sure we eat right for this week so we can worry about wrestling instead of watching our weight this week. But he's a lot bigger than me now, so I have Kate for my practice partner, and he has Evan or Yannick for his practice partner, so. My most memorable sports moment was probably last year, section semis finals match. I went into the last overtime you can in a match, and I won off of a classman call to go to state. I don't really use iTunes, actually. I kind of just look them up on YouTube and listen to them. Well, team, I'd say Minneota's pretty tough. They're always hard to compete. They know what to do. And individually, any kid that you've wrestled more than once or twice, they're always tougher the last couple times you wrestle them. Well, they would describe me by, like, pace. They say that I have a single leg, and somewhat of a leader, like young leader. I like to hang out with my friends and spend time with my family and probably eat a lot in the summer. And watch TV. That's pretty nice too.
Well, that should be all I need. Thanks for joining us. Congratulations and best of luck up at State.
Thank you.
Milk Specialties Global of Mountain Lake produces top quality, science-based nutrition products used around the world. We are proud to be part of the Mountain Lake community and proud sponsors of this week's Athlete of the Week, Milk Specialties Global of Mountain Lake.